Welcome to episode number 106 of the Eavesdrop Podcast Special Edition. I'm with the Flycast Podcast boys.
That's us.
Woo!
That's us.
It's the second Flycast Eavesdrop.
This is the second Flycast Eavesdrop.
We've done this before.
We were a regular for a while in the OpTic Podcast. Whenever we first moved to Texas, I was like going over it. So I was like looking up podcast stuff. The three of us did like 6 episodes straight of the OpTic Podcast.
I mean, I still kind of feel like that's how it is.
You think so? Oh yeah.
I mean, it is like that now. People were saying. I mean, I think that I don't know. I think that if you plug and play like anyone, like any of us can like drag or carry the conversation.
I got a kink in my fucking.
You got a what?
I got like a kink in my.
You're kinky?
Shoulder and back.
This episode is brought to you by DraftKings. Shout out DraftKings. Been wanting to work with you guys for a long time. So thank you for sponsoring the podcast. Super hype about it. Wealthfront is also the second sponsor. I'll tell you a little bit more about them later on in the podcast. We just got back from a super cool weekend. Spent it with the FaZe guys.
It was like a Monday and a Tuesday.
Yeah,
Not a weekend.
a week beginning.
Day. Yeah.
A week start. It was a pretty cool week
It was
start.
a crazy day. It was a good day.
We flew into LA for 24 hours and we shot a day of content in LA, which is more difficult than you can imagine because of traffic. If that day would have been done here, we would have been done by like noon.
Yeah,
That's so true.
Yeah, that was a long day of like not. I guess we did film. How many videos did we film?
1, 2,
4,
5, 3, 4, 5.
They have 2 vlogs, and they have a vlog, we have a vlog, and then 3
segments.
Content.
That's not
Yeah.
bad for a day.
That's
Pretty
good.
I think
Yeah, that's good.
it's very good.
I
Especially
feel
once it's
bad for whoever has to like
edit.
go through all that footage.
That's a lot of audio tracks.
Yeah.
On top of the videos.
Yeah, but they have
5 angles.
they have the
7
infrastructure.
mics.
I mean, think how many people were working there?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of people on deck.
Was that your first time meeting any of them? The FaZe guys?
I think,
No, I've met them all. Jay,
I think that-
maybe.
Who?
Yeah, Jay.
Oh,
That was
Jay.
my first time I've met Jay. Well, I think I've met like Jay in passing. That was the first time I met Adapt. I think that's the only one.
I met Adapt randomly at a clothes store in like LA somewhere.
Really?
And he was in there, and I was like, "Oh shit, hey!" Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of me, but I'm an OpTic. He's like, "Oh yeah, I've seen you." And that was like, "Oh, that was at Coachella 2 years ago or something." But yeah, I met them all besides Jay.
Jay
Yeah.
Smooth?
That's the dude right there.
Bro,
he's a homie.
He is. What's crazy is that when he got to the court, I saw him shoot once and I'm like, he can hoop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right?
you could tell.
'Cause, yeah, you can tell when they have like that nonchalant, just like pull up.
Yeah.
That's
like,
kind of
there's
how I
just a
look, right?
swag. Yeah, that's how,
Yeah. But you're like, sort of, because you like, we know that you can play sports. But when I saw him, he like dribbled once, shot. I'm like, he can hoop. He's been hooping.
yeah.
I remember when Bilu and Zias came over to the Scuff House.
Yeah.
And that was the last time I had played basketball.
Really?
That was the last time I had shot a
Didn't we do
basketball.
a 2v2 versus
Yeah,
Zias and
Zias and
Bilu?
Bilu,
Did we
yeah.
win?
No. I think
Uh,
then I played 1v1 against Bilu because you guys were tired out from the 2v2, or maybe it was a 3v3. And so I played him 1v1 in Yeezys. And I was just like, this, because you guys were too tired, and I was like, I'll get my ass beat for a video. I'll do it.
Yeah, I will say that if you don't shoot a basketball in years, it's pretty bad. It feels wrong.
It's not
coming
like,
back and shooting again just feels
it's
wrong.
not like throwing a football. It's not like kicking a soccer
Yeah.
ball. It's like, it feels like it's heavy. Like after not shooting for, what has it been, 4 years? After not shooting for 4 years, it felt like I was shooting a bowling ball. That's how I felt.
Mhm.
Like, and then once you get your form back, you're like, okay, there's the release. Like I remember it now, but I went up and I was like, my form was good, and I shot, and then it went like a foot in front of the. It was
yeah.
that bad of an air ball, and then I was like, wait, I thought I was gonna be like nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we won't tell you who won that or any of the other challenges, but I thought it was cool. I haven't seen those dudes since Atlanta homestand back in February of last year. You want me to move that? Hold on.
No, we're good. You do you.
That's Roger, man. Tries hard.
He's not even here.
I know. Sorry, Roger. We miss you. It was good to see them. I haven't seen them in a long time. I saw Rain. Right. I think it had to have been like right before he started going through his stuff. And apparently, like everything's going well. Like he's doing daily therapy, and like he seemed in fucking super high spirits. One of my favorite people that I've ever known. I have we're having conversations about the old days, and I don't know. Just it was really good to catch up with them. It was cool to see their offices. I wasn't at that office. I was at a different office back when we were first doing the Huntsman thing. I went there to have a meeting with Lee Trink, Apex, Banks, and somebody else. And what we were going to do originally was going to be like I would do the Call of Duty side of that, because at that time I had just left OpTic, and we were doing something else. And we had a collaboration theory in place, but we ended up not obviously not pulling the trigger because of what I ended up doing.
Yeah.
So it was good to catch up with them. I walk into the offices and I'm like, oh my God, it looks exactly like the Hex Court, except for the fact that they had like 17 people like ready to go, like soldiers, just like everybody was doing like something. Where you walk in here, like it's like a super laid back creative. It
was cool to see how the creators knew everybody too. Like there was like a bunch of people in there, and Tommy. It took a while for Tommy to even get to us because he was saying hi to everybody.
Yeah,
I was like, that's dope. Because I'm sure there are. I mean, obviously there are tons of companies out there.
Yeah,
where like the CEOs or the heads of the faces of the companies aren't going to say hi to people. But like for them they did, and I'm sure there's esports orgs like that too.
Yeah,
imagine I just walk in every day and don't say anything to Roger and be like,
no, yeah,
that's how it kind of well, not with Roger, but Infinite,
right?
Yeah.
We walk in knowing it was.
I'm just looking at you guys walk in, just you guys get to
you
go
inheriting HECZ's old office or whatever.
Yeah, we're not going there. It's just fucking. I don't want to beat off a dead horse. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's the saying.
What?
I don't want to beat off a dead horse. Is that what you just said?
Yeah. I didn't beat a dead horse. Two birds with one stone, sort of thing. I don't want to kill two horses with one stone.
Yeah. Phase off.
You know where that's from?
It's funny. No, what is it?
It's this millennial kid that pisses off his dad, who is like from like you remember that?
Yes,
I'm like, he's my spirit animal.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Have you seen it? It's so good. Like I kind of want to take a moment here to show it to you, because it is literally I saw that and I just felt the dude's anger towards what I imagine would be like if I had a son, instead of the incredible young lady that I have as my daughter. Anyway.
I know what you're talking about.
It was really good. Like the son said that, and he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now? It was really good.
Never trust.
Just trust. So the day started actually kind of cool. We stayed across the street from their offices, which to me was like weird because they weren't there before. Before the office that they had before that was fucking like in a dope ass building and all that.
That place was dope.
Yeah.
Face offices were dope.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's like down.
It's like
crazy.
different though.
It's crazy that it's literally in Hollywood.
Oh my God, it's the most Hollywood
in
shit.
Hollywood.
Like stars on the ground and
it's there.
Human shit everywhere.
they are where you crackheads just looking at shit.
They are where you would expect them to be in terms of like how Hollywood they are. And I was bringing up this theory. I don't know if I brought it up on the OpTic podcast before, but if you think of the amount of scene Hollywood people that existed in like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, of just like random people that happen to be around like famous people, like that's what I imagine it would have been like Banks, for example. Like he is like a Hollywood dude, you know what I mean? Like he
lives that lifestyle.
Yeah, like not just that lifestyle, but like he's in that like celebrity status already, where like the people that he's rubbing elbows with like are one of the most popular people on the planet.
Yeah.
So I mean, he himself is one of the most popular people in the United States.
He's
for sure.
Very, very connected. It's crazy how connected people in LA are.
Yeah.
Like even I'm sorry, I know she hates when people talk about this, but even like talking to Paige's friends, it's just like they know everyone. It's like they know if they don't know someone, they know someone who knows someone.
Yeah,
bro.
That's how we got the reservations 2 nights in a row.
That
it's crazy, right? No reservations. You can't get them.
To catch.
Ask Paige.
Yeah, ask Paige. She'll find someone that knows how to get us in.
After you left, we went out to dinner, and then we went to Paige's like friend's house where it was just like her and like her friend.
Yeah.
And I don't know how Seth got into a dick measuring contest with a guy, but they were talking about their passports and how much they've traveled.
Yeah.
And Seth was like, nah, like, trust, you don't have, like, you haven't been to more places than me. Like, pulls out his passport. He's like, and the guy was like, oh, wait, you still have pages left?
Dude, when he said that, I was dying. He's like, you still have pages? Wait, I can see pages.
Yeah.
And then that's when Seth was
blank
like,
pages
oh,
in there.
shit. And this guy was flipping through like,
Yeah.
wait, did he have his? Or no, he went and got his, right?
I don't know.
I think he did.
Seth only carries his passport though, and I was I was just talking to somebody who also carries the passport only, and I don't know why he doesn't carry his license instead of the passport. Do you know?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe his license expired.
I don't
He
think
carries
so.
it around here too.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Like
That's
when we
weird.
go to Concrete, he pulls out his passport,
That's a little weird.
and they're like, "Oh, where are you from?" It's like United States passport. It's like, what the fuck? What is
It's
that?
like Philly, or wait, where? Pennsylvania?
That wasn't the first time that you met the Face Guys, right? Was there a person that you met for the first time there?
Adapt. Yeah. Well, maybe Apex. I can't remember. I think I've met Apex before, but I'm not sure.
I've watched more Adapt videos than anybody else in Phase.
Really?
I have, and I told him, I'm like, yo, I think you're like, and obviously, like, this is no shot at everyone. Obviously, I just like his videos where he pisses off Banks are one of my. I was telling him, I'm like, yo, once a year, probably like once a quarter, I go and just watch those things over.
They're very funny. Their dynamic is.
He's like, well, they're fun.
funny.
It's like, I think they're funnier when you know the person that's happening to, because he's like, because you know how he gets. And I'm like, yeah, sort of. I never seen him get like that.
You just wonder if either one of them are putting on for the camera, and
Yeah,
sometimes
that's-
I'm like, I don't think they are.
Yeah.
I think that's literally how they act.
Because, yeah, you would think sometime in that video, Banks would be like, all right, like, I get it. This is a video, and I'm going to be getting pissed. But it, like, doesn't.
It doesn't ever
Either
stop.
he's the greatest actor ever,
or that's just
or
how
that's
he
just
is.
literally how he is. And
Yeah.
he's just fucking pissed off. He doesn't
It's
care
so
that it's
good.
for a video.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
but I don't know if it's that or the fact that him mocking him is like being mocked is
That shit is kind of funny.
is annoying though. You know what I
That's
mean? So
so-
that you can see
bro,
how
it's
you can go from
so-
0 to 100 real quick.
I can't believe there hasn't been a day where I haven't just ended stream. Because when Blake and George get going,
Yeah.
because like obviously whenever we play with someone else and they get going, like we'll piss off whoever the fourth person is, and then we'll like settle down real quick because we have a tendency to like gang up. But when Blake and George get going on me,
Do they?
like, dude,
I've
I
never
can't
seen it.
deal with it.
What? You guys
I
should
would
make a
love to witness
montage.
that.
Yeah, make a
Okay,
montage.
well, before we streamed, I would just get off. Like as soon as they started laughing, like as soon as they started laughing, I'd leave the party, like the Xbox
As soon as
party.
they start laughing at your expense,
At my
you know
expense,
it's time to
I
get
knew
off.
I knew it was time to get off because I knew if I showed any sign of weakness,
It'll
it
go.
would make them
Yeah.
laugh harder.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we all three take turns. Like somebody's getting picked on, but for the longest time, it was just me.
Is there somebody that you like to piss off just to see them mad?
Yeah, plenty of people.
Them? Oh, like a lot of people?
No, not them. Well, I have people that like I'm just always like ragging on, and I mean it's kind of how I am with Roger. It's how I am with Atlas, the guy who runs all of our community stuff. I mean, I if I like people,
Yeah.
I tend to like rag on them a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
I'm like way too nice. There's nothing in the middle.
Oh, not me. If I fuck with you, I'm talking to you the way I talk to everyone. The way that I always position it is like, I'm going to talk to you the way I talk to my brother, period. And if I'm at that level, know that it's literally just that and I have your back.
There are
like
very
that.
few people that you aren't like that with.
Yeah, I was gonna
I can-
say
I can
I've
think of
heard
them off the
one
top of-
person, and that you talk to your daughter differently.
That's the only person.
Oh.
And Jude.
Well, besides,
At least not that I've heard.
Oh, when I'm like, oh yeah, I do. I do. I just, I treat her like my equal.
You
as
are
she
who
is.
you are until you talk to your dog. They're like, oh,
I was like, Liv, is that you? Like, to this day, I was talking to Jude, and I'm like, she's 11 now. She's gonna, start becoming a woman, and she's, I have to deal with that. And I'm like, I gotta stop. I'm like, do you think that, like, at what point do I stop talking to her like my baby? Like when? Because I'm always like, like darling Sita, Princesita, gorgeous Sita, like that sort of thing. Like we're walking to the casino just recently because we went to Vegas after the face thing to celebrate Jude's 40th, and we're walking through the casino. I'm just like holding her hand and just like dragging her to make sure that she's like doesn't get lost. And I'm like, she has a phone. She can't, that sort of thing. But like at what point, like, do I stop?
No, that's not something.
Because I'm never gonna feel, what I'm saying? It's like I'm never gonna fucking feel weird about it. She's my daughter, right? But she's definitely gonna be embarrassed the same way that I was embarrassed when my dad or my mom were around and treated you like differently. Mine
never really did.
No.
I mean,
like your mom never babied you?
Not like baby voice babied me. Nah. I mean,
well, you're a dude.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't talk to my son as a, hey, come here. I wouldn't kiss him on the cheek. Well, I would stop at like 5 years old. No more kisses.
No more kisses.
Just handshakes, firm handshakes. Fucking gang signs. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't think if you had a son that Jude wouldn't?
Yeah, she would.
That's what I'm saying. Like even my mom didn't. Like my mom like stopped pretty much immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think my mom babied me either, but I think it was more me.
I was definitely spoiled, but I wasn't like baby.
Yeah.
Thing.
I was talking. Who the fuck was I talking? Something happened where I started thinking about my original bike when I was a little kid.
It's a bad noise.
That's a bad noise, Maddie.
Mm.
I got gifted a bike, and it was like one of the first ever Christmases that I can honestly say that is the only Christmas present I remember as a kid.
Yeah, I remember you telling us about that.
Damn, that's one of mine as well, actually. A bike.
You never had like a lit Christmas where you're like,
I got a pair of Jordans one Christmas, and they were like the ugliest Jordans too.
Dude,
they weren't Team Jordans.
There was a Christmas where my dad had told me multiple times leading up to Christmas that like it's gonna be a light Christmas. He kept saying that it's gonna be a light Christmas. And I was like, that's fine. Like I was at the age where I was like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about it. Like I'll just, get
How old
socks.
were you?
Like 15.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't like 7.
Yeah.
I was like 15. I was like, yeah, maybe I was even young. Maybe I was like 14 or something like that. I was like, don't worry about it. And then I walked in Christmas morning, and there was an entire soccer goal, official size soccer goal, so I could practice shooting. There was an electric guitar and drums.
Wait, an official one?
Yeah.
Isn't that like fucking massive?
Yeah, but it was just the net. But it was a kickback net, so it was so I could shoot it into the net, which was an official size net, and then it would shoot back out to me. So like, but it was like propped up in our living room, and I was like, I remember thinking, what?
Yeah.
Like a electric guitar, a cajon is what it's called. It's like a drum bongo thing, and then a whole net, and then like wrapped gifts too. So like little wrapped gifts, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, light Christmas.
Like,
he said, "Shoe up."
That was the best. I mean, that was the most I ever got for Christmas.
Yeah.
What kind of bike is that?
But then I remember
It's as I was talking to you guys, I remember that it was a Columbia. For some reason, like Columbia popped in my it was more like this.
you were whipping it.
What?
Yeah, it was more like
Shit's
That
kinda
shit's
fire.
fire.
Yeah,
Get that right now.
But I swear to you, it was all black, had white rims, had green accents, like everything that is OpTic was in that fucking bike.
Yeah.
And I thought about it because I came across this dude on Instagram that remakes these bikes, and immediately I'm like, yo, like I didn't remember what kind of bike I had until just now when I was talking to you guys. It wasn't a dyno, because as I was sitting here, I'm like, yeah, I got a dyno, or I was gonna ask you, did you get a dyno?
I think I had a Mongoose.
Or a Mongoose. But if you had a dyno or a Mongoose, that means that you could afford a good bike. A Columbia you bought at Toys R Us.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know how it popped in my head, but now I'm gonna be able to tell the dude that. But it was like bro, I used that shit. I could not get off of it. I used to ride like backwards down the hills and shit. Bro, I was so into biking and skateboarding too. I
was about to say skateboarding. I feel like
everyone dabbled into it.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Every white guy our
Did you ever
age.
get good?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
You got good?
Go
At skateboarding?
Me?
I know how to
No,
ollie.
Either of you?
no. But I was more into
Did you ever
like
kick flip?
I could heel flip.
What is that?
Like you flip with your heel instead
Is
of
it better?
kicking.
Is it better than a kick
It's
flip?
harder.
It's harder?
Yeah. It's literally instead of kicking it this way, you're heeling it that way.
I can see you getting back into skateboarding. Like on
That's-
your Lil Wayne shit.
That is kind of funny because I did think about getting like a skateboard or something just to like ride down here
Yeah.
for whenever I come to the office.
I like,
But
like
I
penny-
feel like it sounds like a good idea till I buy one, stand on it, and go any faster than like 6 miles per hour, and I'm just wobbly.
Dude, the
I feel
wobble.
uncoordinated.
My dad had a long town board.
Is that just a longboard?
Dogtown longboard.
I'm just
You're just
yeah.
Going, you're
Dude,
just
I gotta,
reminiscing.
bro. It got so bad that I hit up my cousin Yvette from she lives in Chicago now, but she was the same age as me, and she's still like she knows who to talk to in Juarez that is still because I have a feeling in my heart that my bike is still at my grandma's house.
Really?
Yeah, 30 years later, bro. If that bike is still there, me and Josefo are taking a trip down to Juarez.
I thought you were gonna have like a bike got stolen
Story? No, man, no. And anyway, I don't know where I was going with it. Oh yeah, we were talking about Christmas presents, I guess. What the fuck were we talking about? How did we get there?
That was your
Yeah,
best Christmas
Christmas
present.
Yeah,
presents.
it was the best. It was the
But
best one I ever had.
After that crazy Christmas that was supposed to be a light Christmas that ended up being dope. I just remember every Christmas after that they were like, so it's gonna be a light Christmas, and I'm like, yeah, but that one year,
Yeah.
that one year was nuts. So
Imagine they said like,
But actually,
imagine your parents are like, he's like, Davis, we're gonna have a dope ass Christmas this year,
It's just
and this
two
is just
socks.
2 socks.
I would still be very grateful.
Yeah, dude. I saw a meme that says that some dude apologized to his parents for not believing in the parents when the parents says like, we don't have money to get that. He's like, I am so sorry for not believing
Mhm.
when you told me that you didn't have enough, because now as a dad, I know what it's like to not have enough. And I read that and I'm like,
that shit probably sucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know now. Luckily, thankfully, I'm
Did
blessed.
you ever know, like
But I mean,
No.
like
when
just
OpTic
even-
like first started and Liv was? There's no way. I mean, was it immediate? I can't remember. Like the early days of OpTic.
It took 1 year.
It took 1 year.
It took 1 year for me to be able to make a living off of that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember, but was it already like pretty good? Like right off the bat?
No, I mean it was above average.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean
I
you
didn't
also
know.
have to remember like Jude and I had really good careers in the finance, whether it was mortgage or whatever.
Right.
Like we had good careers,
And Jude was still working.
and Jude was still working, and we were living just off of her sweat, right, and shit. So. But yeah, like immediately, like once I learned that there was money to be made, I fucking
That's the weird part of esports is like those early days, either you worked for free.
Yep.
Like it wasn't even an intern. You were just a kid that was working for free just for promotion, or you made a lot of money. That's
Yeah.
how it seemed like
Yeah.
back in the day, because even the pro players didn't have salaries. They were just playing. And
Yeah.
so
we would get third place at an event and win. Like I remember getting a $2,000 check for like third place, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is
Yeah.
gonna last me months."
But then you
Months.
have to split that, or two to you.
Like just I'm saying two to me.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying.
like
Dude, when you won
8K
Nats
per team or something.
when you won Nats, you must have been like, I'm rich.
25K.
Like, I'm rich.
Yeah.
Like I can't even. You guys, I'm in the 1%
Yeah. I was
now.
like, I'd be with my friends, and it's like, nah, like
Nah, I
we're
got
at the
it.
gas station. I'm like, just here.
Just put it on me. I got it.
Yeah, I got
Feels
this.
good, right?
It did.
In 2009,
So I got like reality checked with my taxes and
I
shit.
thought you were going to say quite
Still
literally.
going through that.
Wait, have you ever been in reality check?
Yes.
What's reality check mean?
You know who the Sutter twins are?
Yeah.
Lost to them at an event.
If
They
you
get
lose
up
to
and
them-
scream reality check because that was their team name.
Oh my god!
And
with the
like, no one wanted to lose to
with
them.
the Sourhead sponsorship.
Warheads.
Warheads.
Dude, I think that's dope. That if anyone in Halo says, "Have you been reality checked?"
Mhm.
Like I remember we were all talking about it one day, and Snakebite was like, "I've never been reality checked." One of them, it was either PJ or TJ, said, "I've never been reality checked," and they were all like, "It's coming. At one time in your career, it's gonna happen."
The Sawtooth twins. Like it's crazy because like I've only heard of that name because of like conversations, but I do remember who they were because of that jersey.
What used to be great content was Ninja used to 1v1 the Sutter twins. And it's like
1v2 or 1v1?
1v1. He would like take turns of just like playing
wore,
them.
like,
And like they would actually like win and shit sometimes. And like it was real, like he would
was
get
that?
pissed.
What was the name of that company that had the hats with the arm?
I don't know the company name. What did
I bought some.
Ninja had a fucking name for his cow hat.
Did he?
Yeah. I can't remember it though.
It's wild because I remember being like, "Damn, Ninja!"
But he was like the first streamer. He's wearing a cow hat. All the other Halo pros are like roasting him.
Yeah,
and then
like, why is he acting like that?
Like we all think we're so cool. We have like a couple $1,000s to our name. We're just like, look at this cornball.
The H1Z1 drops, and all of a sudden, you guys are like, "Wait,
Yo,
he might have been
trying to play."
He might have been doing this right the whole time.
I'm not gonna look at that. I don't know if that bike is there though. I am going to make a vlog of me going to go get it, which is I don't know if that will happen. I mean, it would be super cool if it did.
It would be dope.
Because man, that would, and I don't know why I want it. I don't know why I want it.
I mean, I get it.
If it's that white bike, that was kind of fire.
And then Jude's like, "What are you gonna do with it?" I'm like, "I swear I will ride that shit to work." And then she's like, "In the heat," and I was like, "Around the neighborhood, then maybe." I just want it. I just want to see it.
I got a flat on my bike. I need to take it to the bike shop.
Oh, you do have a bike.
Yeah, and I got a flat like halfway through my ride, and then I had to walk. Actually, no, I had to hide my bike in someone's backyard, and then like walk 15 minutes to go get my car, then come back, and like somehow fit it in my car. It sucked.
Why don't you call? I have a truck.
I walked for 15 minutes and was like,
I am literally 8 minutes away. I'm 8 minutes away from anywhere that you could have been at with that bike.
And then I came back to get my bike and he was mowing his yard. I was like, this is what only fucking happened to me. He sees me going in his backyard and snagging a fucking bike.
Did you tell him? I was like, hey.
No, I don't. He just like looked at me and he was like, and just like kept pushing his mower.
Oh, it wasn't his.
Were you yadded like this?
Yeah, it was like a few weeks ago.
He's probably like, oh my God, it's like Frisco's really getting out there. We got people fucking stealing bikes and shit.
Just stealing bikes and full neck tats.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm into like, I don't know what it is, but all of a sudden I became like super into trying to collect all the toys that I didn't have. Like I went so far down the rabbit hole that I almost bought a lot of original Thundercat figurines.
Why are you so into that stuff? I was going to say there's not one thing like that I can say like I wanted to buy. Like
Pokemon cards?
Yeah, but like Pokemon cards was just for, well, back in the day maybe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
But I've never been
I love
this.
Shit like that.
I love it too when it's all done like this. But this has to be like how many years of collecting?
Jude said that I'm on the spectrum, and I'm like, it's funny, Matt, huh?
It is pretty funny. She's right.
Matt's taking pictures and just
because I told her I'm like I think because she was talking about spectrum, he was talking about something because she's super into that, and I'm like, Hitch diagnosed me as being on the spectrum, and then she's like, he did? He's like, what did he say? And I'm like, well, he didn't say that, but I think that's because he says that he doesn't know a single human that doesn't listen to any new music. And then she's like, yeah, you've been listening to this. And she looks at Liv, she's like, your dad's been listening to the same song over and over and over for the past 25 years. And I'm like, when you put it that way, it does sound weird.
It I don't think you've ever because you're very like, you have like a funny like elitist personality about a lot of things like food or movies, definitely movies. But you've always been that way about music, but you've never been able to like back it up because you don't listen to anything besides Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And
well, no, I listen to
A$AP Rock.
No, I listen to a lot. I listen to a lot of shit. What do you mean? But it's just like music from back then. It's just that like think about how many songs are from the 90s. That like I don't listen to the same thing. I just started listening to Illadelph Half-Life because you guys were talking about Black Thought and that freestyle that he did on that, and I'm like, that's what. Remember I sent you guys that thing because you can. That's one of the albums that I can listen from start to finish. I know when it gets to Razel and he does his beatbox on track number 12, I think. And I was like,
Razel.
Yeah.
Is he the one that did the if your mother
Yeah.
nope.
He's like,
I remember that guy.
and then Questlove comes from there. And I was thinking, as I looked at their album cover, and I remember my boy Danny, who I always tell stories about, he had an autographed poster from them from that album, and I thought it was the illest shit ever. And I bet you that motherfucker doesn't have that shit no more, and he should have just fucking gave it to me the same way that he should have gave me the fucking graffiti magazines. Going back to that, like, I don't know any other person that collects, besides my brother, I don't know any other person that collects like shit as much as I do. Like, I don't know a single person. So when people told me that,
it's funny, you're always like, even when you're in the moment, if you know it's a moment, you want a collectible from it so that you have a story for it, like the Fortnite thing.
Yeah, or the little tapes.
The tape, yeah.
Yeah, like I have one that says Burger King commercial, fucking August 2019. I don't know what it is. I know for a fact. I know for a fact that Nate Shot wouldn't have any of the fucking trophies or his fucking gold medal if I didn't fucking keep it for him. I swear to you. And
do you have the gold? Do you have the trophy still?
No, I said, well, now that I told him, I'm like, I will give this to you I'll give this to you, or I'll give it to your dad, but I'm not giving it to you until you have a house of your own that you move into and that. But then when they got their 60/50 facility, the Cash App, he had his own little office, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah,
because I know that somebody else there, whether it's John or Haley, obviously Haley's like a good woman. She would like definitely keep that for him.
Yeah.
So I knew that it was going to be in safe place. Because like Seth doesn't even have his first gold medal. Like his mom has it. You know, like
she like framed it and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
she framed it. And I had his second gold medal for the longest time, and he didn't know where it was at. I'm like, where is it? He's like, I don't know, somewhere. Like the fact, I'm like, how do you, like, both him and Nature are weirder than me in my opinion, because neither of them cared about any of that shit.
Yeah.
So I find it hilarious when all of a sudden Seth's
especially
like,
since they're like, for Nate Shot's case, it was X Games gold medal and COD XP, the first $1 million tournament. And those were his two that he just like didn't know where they were. That's great. That's wild. Yeah. I remember the first time I saw it. The first time I saw it was in his
trunk.
No, his closet, because he had just moved out, and you were giving me the tour. You're like, yeah, this is Nate's place, and then I looked in, and his closet was open, and it was in his closet. I was like, is that the COD? I remember I was like, the COD XP trophy in there?
It's all broken and shit too. Like I had to put it together, grab some crazy glue and all that.
That's how I feel about the Gears trophies. All the Gears trophies, they're like made so they could come apart.
Yeah.
So that you could like take the gun off, but now like,
bro, one of the biggest things
they're like all over the
one
place.
of the biggest things that pisses me off, or that pissed me off, was when I brought those trophies that I've been fucking taking care of, dusting, and always on display, that they were in a box at fucking when the Infinite thing happened. That was like one of the biggest things that fucking. And then when I got it, one of them was broken. I was like, oh, if I would have been present when that happened, I would have fucking like made sure that person would never do that again. So I would have fucking.
They broke all of our Halo trophies. And
I know we don't have any left.
Yeah.
There's no more Halo trophies?
Well, we have the two that the snake biting company won. But he's talking about the ones that he won for us that we don't have no more because they got broken.
Oh, yeah. No,
on that thought, we're going to...
Those all got broken.
Yeah, broken and lost. We got to take a quick commercial break. Say hello to DraftKings and Wealthfront. Let me tell you a little bit about them right now. Stonks, memes, rocket ships, day trading can be a lot of fun. Sure it can. But if you want to grow your long-term wealth and make it to the moon, you should open up a Wealthfront investment account today. Right? Decades of data show that investors that trade individual stocks underperform the market every single year. In fact, listen to this stat. In fact, only 1% of day traders beat the market. The odds are not in your favor if you're doing it alone. But if you team up with Wealthfront instead, now you're talking a different game. Investing can be complicated, but it doesn't have to be. But whether you are a beginner or you've been investing for years, Wealthfront makes it easy. They have the right tools for every portfolio. Wealthfront can create a portfolio of globally diversified low-cost index funds personalized just for you and in minutes. No manual trades, no picking stocks, no watching the stock market every single day. They automatically handle all of the investment based on the preferences that you control. Wealthfront is trusted with over $20 billion of assets. And you can get your first $5,000 managed for free by going to wealthfront.com/hex, spelled H3ZZ. That's wealthfront.com/hex with a 3. All you need is $500 to get started. Grow your wealth the easy way and let Wealthfront do the work for you. To get your first $5,000 managed for free for life, go to wealthfront.com/H3CZ. That is wealthfront.com/H3ZZ to sign up and to start growing your savings. Go to wealthfront.com/hex and get started today. Remember, the hex is spelled with the 3. And as usual, the link is going to be listed in the description down below. Right? Like you have an opportunity right now. You got a couple of buckaroos to play. You've always wanted to try the market, but don't know how. Throw it in here. They will handle it. And again, they handle over $20 billion worth of assets. Wealthfront.com/H3CZ to get started with a $500 starting point. Get started. Get ahead. Go now. Link in the description. The next sponsor of the podcast is none other than DraftKings. I've been wanting to work with them for a very long time, so I'm super excited that it's finally happened and hope that they come back in future episodes. So do your part. Go sign up and do what I'm about to tell you because it's such a good opportunity that you're going to freak out. I just got back from my fantasy football league choosing draft 2 weekends ago, so I'm super excited because now, this week, there is no better place to get in on all of the action than DraftKings, right, which is the official daily fantasy partner of the NFL. To add to this week's excitement, DraftKings has a free shot at millions of dollars in total prize pools that is up for grabs right now. If you haven't tried DraftKings yet, right now is the time to do so. So if you head over to the App Store, you can check in right now and download the application. Use code Eavesdrop, right? Because now is the time. Draft your lineup and feel the sweat like never before. Every run, pass, catch means more with DraftKings. It's simple. Just pick a lineup, stay under the salary cap, and see how your team stacks up against the competition. Nothing adds to the excitement of watching a game quite like having millions of dollars at stake. A shot at millions of dollars in prizes. If you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? Get in on the game right now. Get in on the action right from your couch. Download the DraftKings daily fantasy application right now and use code EAVESDROP. For a limited time, new users can get a free shot at millions of dollars in prizes. This week, don't miss out on all of this week's action. Enter code Eavesdrop. That's EAVESDROP to get a shot at free millions of dollars in prizes with your first deposit. That's code Eavesdrop only at DraftKings.com. Make it rain. Minimum $5 deposit required. Eligibility and restrictions will apply. See DraftKings.com for detail. DraftKings.com for detail. It's going to be in the description down below. Just click on there. But if you're downloading on your phone, make sure that you use code Eavesdrop because we want them to come back yet again. Back to the podcast. And we are back. Huge shout out again to DraftKings and Wealthfront for sponsoring the podcast. Hope they come back. We were talking about the trophies. Is there something that you would like? Let me ask you this, right? Because I obviously collecting for me is a part of something that I've always done. If you look at my graffiti magazine collection, I bet you guarantee you it's one of the largest ones in the world. I've only met 2 people on Instagram that could maybe have as many as I do.
Where do you have them?
At my house.
Really?
Oh yeah. Elevated in sleeves, like you know how nerds.
Comic books?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would do that too with comic books.
Dude, the feeling of comic books is like dope. Like sleeved comic books that are like in good condition. I'm like, I don't read comics, but like this is like fun. It would be fun to collect.
Yeah.
Like I can see
what could you see yourself collecting? Like if you could start your collection right now, your Pokemon cards?
Pokemon and sports. But it's like you got to be nutty rich to get into sports cards.
Yeah.
Because Pokemon cards are dope, but there are the highest card. The highest card is the same Charizard. And it's out there and everyone knows, and there's like, I don't know, like 100 of them in the world or something like that. But for sports cards, they go back to like 1912. You know what I mean? Like there's like cards that like are out there where it's definitely transcended the fact that it's a trading card.
Yeah.
It's now a document.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
And
good way to put it.
I would love to do, to get into that eventually. Like if I ever have like fuck you money, I'll be like, oh wait, Michael Jordan rookie card, something like that, like pristine condition.
A Michael Jordan Wizards card.
Maybe not the Wizards card.
Just start collecting like the.
Just is this a Brett
got a
Favre
White Sox-
Falcons card? A Brett Favre Vikings card?
A fucking Michael Jordan White Sox one.
Dude, I bet you that's actually probably they definitely exist out there.
Yeah, let me see.
I don't know. My brain just isn't like interest. I don't really take care of anything I own.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you think would be like something that you would like be like, yeah, I could collect that and be proud that I have it. I would have it on display so I can look at it.
See, that's what I thought about for Pokemon. I was like, I'm about to get into this shit for a little, and then shit, a month went past, and I was like, I just can't do it.
I just know that Pokemon is the same with Pokemon Go.
I'm just not interested.
Pokemon cards and Pokemon Go and Minecraft are things that will always come back to me. Like if I'm not participating for 3 months, I know that in half a year I'll be like, yo, I want to get some Pokemon cards, or I want to play
Is
Minecraft
Pokemon Go actually
it's
alive still?
Yeah, it's the most played mobile game.
Really?
It has I don't think anything's ever, maybe Fortnite surpassed it, but
There is a $10,000 1993 Upper Deck Michael Jordan baseball MLB rookie card.
I don't like that picture for it.
10,000?
Yeah. Let me guess.
Is that expensive?
It's ungraded. No, see that's
No, it's 1900, 1600, 1200.
If there was a card you could, any person, any whatever, what card would you get?
Michael Jordan's rookie card.
How much is that worth?
Autographed? I don't know. Minted?
Just,
I don't know. You know what I would like to learn?
These are the ones that have sold. That one
Is $4,000.
$4,000 sold. Yeah, $4,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Bunch of like 1,000s.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, but like you can really get into it with sports cards, because then you like. Luckily, my favorite like sports my favorite like sports athletes in history, they're not like the most famous people. Like there are some Michael Jordan, Mickey Mantle, like they're the names in sports cards where you're like, oh my god, that's going to be so much money.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, my favorite 700,000.
That's a signed Olympics ticket. A signed 1986-87 Fleer 57 Michael Jordan real true rookie auto card RCP PSA DNA UDA what the fuck that 350. Buy it now. $50,000, bro.
who is just searching this and they're just like, fuck it, and then just 350 grand.
Like, okay, but even then, like right there, I would rather, like right now, I would pick that thing, this one. Oh wait, $749. Get the fuck out of here. It's not an original. Like a MF Doom Hip Hop Marvel variant sculpture that can't be right.
But that eBay's weird. You have to go to sold items.
Where?
Because you can ask 500,000 for a bottle of water. You know what I mean? But nobody's gonna buy it. You go here, and wait. Look up whatever you were looking up.
MF Doom figurine.
You know what might go for a lot of money?
What
if you pissed in a bottle, saved it for like 75 years, and then
you became
sold
someone?
it for like science?
Because of your DNA?
Something like that.
If you
I was kidding.
There.
What? That's the shit that was sold?
Yeah, those are the sold items.
No, I want to go to MF Doom figurine and then go to best match and then go to
I was about to say,
price, highest
anyone...
first.
Highest first, but okay.
Bro. I'm
Brew.
Oh, bro, I said brew and this dude's Australian. Sorry, go on.
I'm just saying, like, people on eBay can scam. They can put stuff up there for $1 million, and it could be a piece of tape.
I mean, this one.
Oh, I saw the guy who owns the original or the Michael Jordan Space Jam shoes that he wore in the first movie or whatever.
Yeah,
was trying to sell them to that Pawn Stars guy.
Really?
For $1 million. I don't know if he bought them or not.
To Chumley or Big Hoss?
I don't know.
Or the old
Big
man,
white
rest
guy.
in peace.
Dude, I was on Splash Mountain in
What is that?
Disneyland. It's like
The water rights.
a water ride. Have you ever been to Disney?
I think.
Well, anyway, it's like a log. It's like a log flume, and they're gonna tear it down, or not tear it down, but they're gonna rebrand like the whole thing into like a less racist thing. But regardless, as I was like going, I all I could think about while I was on the ride is, what are they gonna do with all this shit? Like when they take it all apart, and are they gonna like sell it? Because I was looking at like the briars. I was looking at like the briars, and I was like, if I snap one off right now, can I just take it home?
Ooh.
And like hopefully they won't care.
The what?
Like there's like a briar patch.
Yeah, what's a briar patch?
It's like a really prickly plant.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And there's like fake briars everywhere. And I was like, maybe if I just
that would
grab just snap it and like put it under my shirt.
Like an iconic ride.
And then
that
you
was
just have a
sick.
piece
put it
of
somewhere, and then they're like, what is that? And I'm like, well, once upon a time there was this racist splash mountain.
Wait, what's racist about it?
No, I mean the ride's not racist. It's the
the ride doesn't work if a Mexican gets on it. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
No,
I get off and all of a sudden it works and it's happy.
It's like Brer Rabbit, Brer Bear, but that's how. But it's I don't know. It's something. The actual where they actually came from was like during like slavery times. And
Bro,
a bunch of
where
weird
was
shit
it?
with that.
I think sometime last year they were talking about removing Speedy Gonzalez out of everything, and I'm like,
I was like, yeah, they
was
did.
pissed.
yeah, no, bro, Mexicans across the United States and the globe were like, I'm like, we Mexicans are telling you right now that that's a white person telling you to remove that thing. That thing is not offensive to us. We fuck with fucking Speedy all day fucking long.
Fuck with Speedy.
Yeah, hell yeah, 100%.
What was racist about Speedy?
I mean, I guess
He was like,
I mean, I guess it could be considered racist. I mean, he was a little mouse. He was dressed like a fucking like old school ranchero. It'd be like arriba, arriba, which is like nobody says that. Nobody in Mexico says arriba, arriba.
That who was it? Josefo or you? That said, no one fucking says that. Like arriba, arriba. Like when white people
that's
mimic
Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah.
arriba, arriba.
Yeah,
it's
it was
like no one
up,
says
up.
that.
No
Yeah,
one
like
says
that doesn't even make sense
So
as a sentence.
I think that is what people found offensive. But maybe Mexicans just like, we don't give a shit. You know what I mean? We know how we do things.
Nah,
you know?
Josefo was pissed.
No, he wasn't. Josefo, first of all, Josefo was half Mexican. He looks French. He's got green eyes, white skin, blonde hair. He's not like me and fucking George Lopez. You know what I mean? Was George Lopez? Oh, George Lopez to voice Speedy Gonzalez. I mean, how old is that? Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. But the point is that we weren't like, no one, 2010. I was like, that was like one of those things where like I personally wasn't a fan. I haven't watched a cartoon in a long time, right? But I can see why some people would have considered racist. I can see why it's racist, but nobody was like, we don't give a shit. Like it's not something. And I'm speaking for all Mexicans, right? Like because I can, psych. But I'm saying me personally, like I wouldn't give a shit. What does bother me is when people who know. Like, if you know somebody's Korean, or if you know somebody's Chinese, or if you know somebody's like Vietnamese, and they call them Asian still, like I think like when somebody calls me Hispanic and they know I'm Mexican, that offends me. I'm like, you know I'm Mexican, don't fucking call me Hispanic.
I've done that
because you can't say it's like like Hector cooks really good Hispanic food. No, the fuck I don't. I cook good Mexican food. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember.
Why don't we just get confused? Because you speak.
You know what
Spanish.
I say? When I say that, fucking Hutch is like, "Oh, you don't want to." Like, I'm like, "Call me Mexican." I'm Mexican. He's like, "Yeah." I'm trying to find something less offensive. You know, like a Michael Scott. Remember that?
Yeah.
With what was his name? What was the Mexican dude's name?
Oscar.
Oscar.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm Mexican. He's like, yeah, I'm just trying to find something less offensive to call you.
It's not offensive.
How is that offensive? Right. Anyway, Hutch, speaking of Hutch, is the one person that I love to see get mad. And I feel bad for him sometimes because you know how you say that Blake and George were going to get on you to get you pissed off and shit?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like accidentally, almost every single day that we play with Hutch, like we sort of gear towards just getting him mad. So I just find myself talking about politics and, you know, saying Republican ass shit, you know?
That's so funny.
I just like it. I have a video of me, like he bought a toaster strudel from Starbucks for breakfast one day. That face you just gave me is the same exact face that he gave me.
What, the white?
It's just like a coffee bread.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my phone and I'm like, ooh, cool, what's in there?
That's
You see
fucking
that,
funny.
bro? The look.
Oh,
the look
was that at an event?
Yeah.
yeah.
The
I
look
remember
he
seeing
gives
that.
is so funny.
the look he gives is the look,
Bro.
It's so funny.
That's funny.
If anyone has ever seen, and I know, look, you guys know Hutch from if you guys watch him, you guys know Hutch from there. But if you guys have ever seen the show or watched the show Curb Your Enthusiasm, that is exactly what Hutch is and will be in real life. Like, I've spent enough time. I've known him for over a decade. Like, that is exactly what he will be. Like, he's just set in his ways, and he does not, in his brain, comprehend how somebody could be that thoughtless that will, like, smush their fucking cake. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, it's one of the things. Anyway, I don't know where we got that. So you were saying one of the things that if you would start a collection, what do you think that you would be into it? Like, you would like old records of music that you like listen to? Nothing.
Records are dope. Records would be fun.
Yeah,
to
records
collect.
would
But
be
that
dope.
It's very like
Pricey?
It's expensive, but it also takes up a shit ton of space.
Would records have like all the singles that? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I would
What are they called?
collect
85s? 35s?
I have no idea.
The little ones.
No.
85s.
So the singles are the small ones.
Records would be cool.
Yeah, I think
I
records
feel like
would be.
it's got to be that, or maybe there is something that I could think of off my head though. It'd just be records or Pokemon cards. That's probably a pretty lame answer, but
45.
I
that's
wish.
what I got.
I wish that I could go back and collect like all like old school, fucking like original face shirts. Like if
Yeah.
I would never wear them, obviously, right? And
Old school esports stuff.
old school. Well, no,
Dude.
I mean like face specifically because of who they became. Like I would definitely have some of that.
It's crazy to think what would be very popular. Like if you could get it on the ground level, what would be very popular and will withstand the culture, like 100 years from now? Because now like a Mickey
Hex figurine.
now like a Mickey Mantle card is like unbelievably popular.
Yeah.
But like Mickey Mantle had a shit ton of teammates, and he probably had a lot of people in his time that he was, I don't know, like playing against, that people were like, he's gonna be a legend.
Yeah.
And then nobody remembers him, but everybody remembers Mickey Mantle. It's like if you think about like back in the day, if you got like one of the first FaZe shirt or one of the first FaZe shirts or one of the first OpTic shirts or one of the first like Fear shirts, and you're like, oh, I've got a Fear shirt. This shit's gonna be worth so much money down the line.
Yeah.
And then like nothing ever comes from that. Like that we're probably like we're in a state right now where we're like you can like
It's gonna
look
start
to
happening,
see
which is why I'm like so into like doing shit like
collectibles
this.
and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like the air fresheners, like that sort of shit. Like they'll never be printed again. Therefore, they command a level. There's a limited amount.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like,
It should always be that way too. Like if you print something, unless you're like trying to put it on like a evergreen like store.
Yeah.
If you print something, like never print it again.
No.
Even if like it did amazing the first time, don't ever print it again. Just make something else new.
Yeah.
Because like we talk about it a lot, but like what happened with Fortnite with the Skull Trooper, shit pissed me off.
yeah, they should have never
They
brought
should
it back.
have never brought it back.
Yeah.
They did, and they made a lot of money, so they're more successful.
Yeah,
But they should have never.
They
They
should
should
have
have
never-
at least changed something.
put a
You know
chain
what I-
on 'em,
Yeah,
right?
like change something.
Yeah. I agree. I think that some variation of that would have been cool. And that's like my approach. And maybe I'm looking at it from this perspective because like I'm a collector of shit. Like I have old fucking 1985 fucking 1780 whatever spray cans. I have like, you know what I mean? Like I collect.
I like
so
that.
I look at OpTic from the same perspective. It's like, all right, in 10 years or in 20 years, what is the biggest OpTic gaming collector going to have that nobody else has? And it's going to come with some sort of value that another Greenwall member is going to be like, I fucking need that and I will pay you whatever you want for it.
What do you think right now it is?
It's got to be the jerseys.
Besides like personal gifts.
It's got to be the jerseys.
It's got to be the championship whites, right?
I mean, the championship whites. No, I think like the first
Oh,
ever like the OpTic Evo
Yes.
controllers. Because
Did y'all sell them in like MW3?
no, that's what I'm saying. We never sold those. We've never sold those. Those were literally
Holy
printed
shit.
just for like the members. Like I think Fwiz is the only one that I have like Like I'm looking at this. Like that's the new iteration. Like that Nate Shot one, the Nate Shot T-shirt. That's $136. That deserves to be $136.
Look at that. Somebody's selling the legacy whites for $500.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I mean,
Hell yeah! I
I
got
saw
like
some-
20
look,
of them.
for the record, if you guys I saw somebody sent me on Reddit that somebody was selling those go up, Matt, the hoodies, the
Founders
hoodies. They were selling those. Those aren't it. I think that those were replicas. So if you're on Reddit and you were gonna buy one, like buy it. Obviously, like it's still a cool hoodie, but it's not the original ones. I mean, and it's not hard to replicate those either, right? But like six. Look, that one, the 6. What size is that? Because I don't have that one. I might.
Oh, that's the Chipotle one, right?
Yeah,
I like that one.
yeah. Well, that was the gold. That's when we gold. When we won gold medal. MLG shit, bro. Like, oh my god,
MLG, dude, MLG shit.
1,000%. I have 2011 MLG like rally like I have all of them. That $15 Hutch. I have that one.
Hutch's shirt's just going for less on eBay.
Yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, there's got to be some cool like
that. Yeah, like
OpTic collectibles or esports collectibles just in general. Like I'm sure there's some.
Matt, put it from sorted from highest price on best match. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that one. Highest bid. Olympic bronze. Yeah, that's $5,000. Who the fuck is that?
Like people just put shit.
There's 18 watchers.
Yeah,
no, that's 18 people that clicked on it on accident.
Yeah, they're like, why? Right? Damn, the DX Racer chair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, what?
Let me guess. You're gonna put yours
Bro,
up?
my cat fucked mine up, and I did not care at all.
Imagine how much money. I bet you that was No Scope Joe that sold that.
See, like
100%.
No Scope
yeah.
Joe. Like that green wall MLG fucking
Autographed?
T-shirt, autographed, and it's autographed.
$500.
I believe it.
That's solid.
I wonder who signed it.
Yeah, click it, man. Let's see who signed it. Oh, sold.
Sold.
Yeah,
Damn.
you can't see the picture.
Yeah, but like these sort of moments, like if esports organizations right there, JCap, Big Timer, HECZ, SCUMPS, and
that's
Nate
kind
Shot.
of goat.
That's
That's
dope.
goaty.
Whoever
Yeah.
got that's dope.
Yeah.
$500.
and it's framed, right? Like that's
that's dope.
I have like this is what doesn't piss me off, but this is what the monster that I created. I have my OpTic HECZ fucking first jersey from 2010, from the first one ever.
Really?
I have it, but Fwiz has his white one and his black one. I think Diesel has both of his too.
Damn.
And what's fucked up is that I can never print those again because I don't even fucking, that company doesn't fucking exist. I reached out and they don't exist.
Somewhere in the closet, I know it was at the Scuff House, and I'm pretty sure it's lasted until here. Seth used to play with these
Orange?
Yeah, like the orange, like
Astros?
yeah, but it was like the plates on them, and the plates are somewhere. Wait, no, those are the new Turtle Beach ones. Yeah, see, I put shit up here all the time.
Yeah,
Do you
I
ever
know.
notice?
Yeah, dude, of course.
Because like I figured you'd like that.
Yeah.
Because those are like before.
Yeah,
those are like
yeah.
tester ones. You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean? Like there are a lot of things that I put over here.
Not only are these testers, but this is like, for me, what makes these cool is that these were when I was battling Infinite and everybody came to play out of here. And this is where they did the photo shoot for these. So that's why I like these. Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like these, they all have
I just thought it was dope that like
these like fucking,
because they brought these and they're like, yo, we're gonna make these.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna make like a lot of them, but these are yours, and it just says Hitch on it. I was like, oh shit, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Like I put that Nate Shot 361 up there.
Yeah, it belongs up
And
there.
the somewhere there's those earphone plates. I think I forgot what they're called, but the headset plates that Seth used to use in like Ghosts, and they're somewhere. And I remember seeing them in that pile of stuff, and I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, like that's the headset.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I think it's those.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those, like
those are raw. Those were done by God damn it, not Sueda. Anyway, the thing about that is like now more than ever, like especially like after what I've been doing, I guarantee you people Like no matter, like teams are gonna start doing cool shit like that. They're gonna start creating these like special moments that they're gonna print limited amounts of, and then they're just gonna put them up for.
There's
for
probably
grabs.
some really cool ones for like old League of Legends pros or
But I think
jerseys and.
See, but those they did have those. They had those little plushy ones that they only gave out at like CES, or you had to be like special edition ones, and they were fucking going for nuts amounts of money.
Really?
Yeah. But those came from the developers. These weren't like team made ones. And what's even crazier is like we're not sitting here like, yo, autograph this. Like still to this day, I have all of the postcards. Those postcards up there behind you, like over there. Remember those? Like I still have all of the original ones with autograph, or not with autographs, but they're like blanks that we were going to sign.
Damn.
Yeah.
If you could own one esports moment as an NFT, like one, you know how like some people own Michael Jordan or like
yeah, I know exactly
LeBron's last shot and stuff. What moment would you own as an NFT?
When fucking Eagle called us the green wall.
Yeah.
When he did this interview and he's like, yeah, we look behind him. There's this big green wall.
That's dope.
That's it. That's what that
That's
1000%.
That's a good ass pick.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, what do you mean by like how does NFT work?
So
Bro, I was just saying that. I wish I knew. Like I want to learn more about that.
Treat it like a Pokemon card. So you get two answers. One that you can resell, that somebody else would want, and then one because it's near and dear to you.
Yeah,
I would own it as far as a business percent, or like I would own that Cold Zero, the
snipe.
Yeah, because everyone's that's got to be one of people's.
What is that?
It's when he got like a jumping collat no scope on
yeah, it's like he got 4 kills.
Any
esports moment is what I'm talking about.
I'd have to think on that. See, I was gonna try to think of my own, but you know what comes to mind for me? 2009.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
national champs.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a good one. If that's
a
near
good one,
and
but
dear.
That'd be a
like
good one, but like
moment?
there's got to be
I think
an
what
esports moment.
What came to my mind was your Coliseum snipe.
The snipe.
Your spree
Yeah,
there.
that was cool.
Because that shit was nuts.
Oh, for like in that, I would do the first sniper shot that I had in St. Mary Glees. That's the shot that changed my life. Like I talk about it all the time. Like that one snipe made me fall in love with sniping.
Do you still have but you weren't recording, were you?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you have to own.
Yeah.
Own it. I mean, as far as COD, you have to own. I'd probably. I mean, it probably has to be Seth's 3-piece on Aftermath. That might be the only.
You know what? Mine would be T Squared throwing gum at some random dude at an event in like 2005.
Really? Was that before he like went on TV and stuff?
No, it was on the True Life.
It was on TV.
Yeah, it was on that episode of True Life. I'm a professional gamer. He like got mad at someone, fucking like took his gum and threw his gum at him.
Gum, dude. That's
mine
good.
would be a moment like that.
Not like a play at the game.
Maybe if I could like think of one, but it'd be like probably some old school Halo 2 moment.
Yeah.
would mean the most to me.
Can you imagine how me NFTing when Seth and Nature were in a fight? That would be such a good one.
Yeah.
Just like yeah.
Or
I mean,
or
like,
fucking Seth like punching a hole through the door. Like big fucking like
bad. It's so funny that that's the same person we just went to sushi with, and he's just goofy as hell now. Same with Matt. I said that to Matt the other day. I was like, "Bro, do you remember yourself during IW?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I like hated everyone." I was like, yeah, "Bro, like if you go back and like watch interviews of him, it was just this the whole year." Like and now he's like goofy as hell all the time.
I think you go through a trying to be cool phase. Because I don't really remember him being like that when I knew him, like 2011.
I don't know if he was trying to be cool. I think he was just trying to. I think he like just watched a Jordan.
I think he was
documentary.
just fucking cool. He's always been cool. Like think about how everyone he's ever met has always gravitated towards him.
He just seemed like he wanted to like he didn't want to beat people. Like he wanted to 100-point club every single team he played.
Dude,
that's how it seemed during IW and stuff.
And it's not really like that anymore.
No, now he's just chilling.
Retired and shit.
Play Valorant and shit. Being good. I was just telling him, I'm like, yo, just so you know, you shouldn't be as good as you are at Valorant right now, playing in a fucking surface
That's what I told him. That's what we were talking about out there. Like he's playing like this. I'm like, if I'm playing keyboard and mouse, like my whole desk has the mouse pad. Like my keyboard's over here, and I'm swiping my arm.
Him and Dash play on a surface this big, and they're fucking good.
They're nuts. That's I've said this before, but that's probably the coolest OpTic thing. That's the most if you could put everything out on a line besides the trophies and sell them, that would probably sell for the most. Is the Black Ops 3 mouse that Mixwell?
The Mixwell one,
dude. That shit is fucking dope. The fact that Mixwell flew to E-League, forgot his mouse, and then asked you for a mouse, and you gave him a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 mouse, and then he won E-League with it. That's the coolest shit.
I don't know how someone of Mixwell's caliber, for one, how do you forget your mouse? That's like the most important
I don't know. It
thing
might have
ever.
broken. I don't know if he forgot.
But like the fact that, do you know what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Death Adder.
Is that what he used?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the same. I mean, it's an amazing
I thought it was
mouse.
like a random Call of Duty mouse. Or good luck. No, and he's just like, hold up.
Went to Walgreens the day before and just like, here you go.
Like it still has his like handprint on it because nobody uses it.
That's my favorite like OpTic memorabilia right there.
Still has his handprint.
Yeah, look.
That'd actually be kind of cool.
Oh, it doesn't have now it has your digits on it too.
No, trust.
Now it's worth more.
If I was a CS player, I'd be pissed. I just touched that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I mean, if you think about it, like all of these things, if you don't take care of them, they're not gonna.
For anybody that helped get any of these things, whether it's the trophies or the rings are yours, but stuff like that. If the original person asked for it back, would you give it to him? No questions asked, or would you
Depends. Where is it going?
Like if Mixwell asked for that, what would you do?
But Mixwell had it, and he said it belongs with you and OpTic.
He's the best,
he's
man.
the most dude.
Come back. I know you.
For the record, Hector's not saying that. It was a player. But yeah, no, it's when he's like this belongs with you. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, just so you know, it's never not going to be not on display.
Yeah, that's my favorite fucking thing.
Yeah,
but like if because there's like MVP trophies over there, but of course if like Matt asked for his, which he will never do, Formal will never ask for his MVP trophy, but if he did, you would give, you know what I mean?
Under certain circumstances, I like same with Nate Shot. I'll give it to him if I know it's gonna go to a place in which it's gonna be safe, and you're gonna be able to look back at it and be like, yeah, that was my shit.
So what you're saying, if like Nate visited and he's like walking around, he's like, what the fuck? I want this back. No. It's an Xbox 360 controller.
His fucking Imagine Custom.
Yeah.
Like think about that.
That shit is dope.
Yeah, look up Imagine Custom on eBay. Imagine Custom OpTic controller or something like that. Because I get nerdy about all that shit.
Dude,
same.
I love it.
That's like I want to. Like for graffiti, for example, I always said that I was going to hire graffiti writers as soon as I got the chance, because what they do, right? Like it's not only illegal, but like to be able to, I don't know. So like I collect a lot of graffiti art. Like I'm constantly, if I like their artwork, like I will go out of my way to collect it 100%. Like look at that, like super old. Imagine, look the Temper one.
Yeah, the Temper one, the Grizz one right there.
Where?
Right beside Ashley. That one.
Oh yeah.
Like those are like.
Yeah.
those are way before SCUMPS.
Dude, yeah. Imagine owning a fucking Grizz controller, the first fakey sniper shot ever. I would totally like. That's another good one. I think
there's one thing that could complete this as far as OpTic wise.
What?
Of every flavor of Brisk Mate.
Oh my god, I am so mad.
Every flavor.
I'm so mad.
There has to be
4
cans out there.
4 cans out there.
Someone, if you bought Brisk Mate and you never drank it and it's sitting somewhere,
I will trade something. Actually, let me buy it from you. I don't want to trade nothing. Like I love everything up here.
Not just the mango though.
I want 2 mangoes so I can drink a mango, so I can remember how good it was.
I don't know about 3 years later drinking it.
Ah, yeah, true. I would. That's good. That's a fucking good one.
That is what would complete everything.
Dude, I was so mad that I didn't have a fucking look up Flame Sword Red Bull can.
You don't have one?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
I do.
you do.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, you have to have that.
You have a 4-pack in Mexico of the Red Bull one? Nice.
Oh, the Flame Sword one? That's
Hell yeah.
My mom has one still sitting on her
Dude,
her,
that's nothing?
collector thing.
Yeah, sure. What the fuck did they even ask you to look for? Oh,
Flame Sword, yeah. That shit was
That's
dope.
crazy.
yeah.
Were you salty about that?
Mm-mm.
Because y'all were teaming at the time, right?
Were we?
Oh, that was
No.
right
That
before.
might have. I think that was before.
That was right before he picked you up. Because who
Yeah,
did he
yeah.
drop for you?
Ace.
Contra.
Oh, yeah,
Contra.
Contra.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I don't even think he had. I don't know. I know his parents have some, but like I know that's like this shit's it.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
that would be sick.
Yeah, like I wish.
love stuff like that.
Like I have like still to
The
this.
Dr. Pepper one you have is that Tuger on it?
No,
The T2?
what? No, it's
T2
square.
I can't see it from here. I can't remember.
Yeah,
That-
it's all warped too.
I know. I love it.
Yeah,
I
same.
like it even better because
Yeah,
like
same.
with it being warped. You know, if you even tried to open that, it would just not make a noise. It would
Yeah.
open like a water.
He got ranked like 17th greatest of all time, and he was pissed.
I can imagine.
Why? What do you think he should have been?
I mean, higher than some of the other people.
Yeah.
Who the fuck made these rankings?
Halo themselves.
Halo themselves.
Yeah, right?
Well,
HCS?
it's like 8. Well, it's like 8 people that work for 343.
They were pros.
Some used to be pros. Some are just
I feel like
random
T2.
people in there.
Yeah.
I could not. Look, I've been around Call of Duty longer than every single Call of Duty pro in existence right now, and I still wouldn't have the balls to be the one to put anyone in any ranking order.
They're putting
I could do
they're
top
putting
5.
Shotzi over T squared.
But it's like
And
top
the
5
greatest
is
of all time.
top 5 is easy. Yeah, you can't put Shotzi in there.
So anything for sale, Matt, is what we're
I
looking
can't
for.
believe he's in there. I mean, he was disgusting.
And he's like 14th.
That's nuts.
Flames for
That's-
Red Bull can.
That's nuts.
And right there. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
I
nothing.
don't know. I have the Ninja one. I told Ninja and Jess that I need that autographed.
My ninja slides came in today. I got both pair.
Yeah, look.
And then I'm going to tweet it out and act like I'm on the PR list. Be like, thank you guys. I bought both of them.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tyler and Jess.
Thank you guys. I can't wait to see you next
Love
time.
and miss y'all.
Well, like
Dude,
even
I told people that my relationship with Ninja changes on who I talk to. Are you the same? I was saying this on stream. I was like, if somebody in the industry asks like, hey, are you friends with Ninja? And be like, well, we've played a few times and like, my girlfriend's close with his wife and like,
Mhm.
so like I kind of know him. But if somebody outside the industry is like, oh, so you do what like Ninja does? And I'm like, yeah, that's my boy, man.
That's-
like
That's
Ninja's
funny.
like-
That's kind of how I am too.
with
Oh,
Ninja
that's my
specific?
boy,
That's
bro.
my
I've
boy,
been
too.
playing with him for so. Yeah, no,
I've
we
known
were
Ninja
about the team, and like, nah, but Tyler, he's hilarious.
Like this one came from like a fan.
Oh yeah, I remember when
You
you got
remember this?
that.
Yeah. Like if it's
It says
Like-
one of the fact that he put 1 of 1 on it probably was the deciding factor of whether you put it up. there or not.
no, I just think
I think it's dope. The fact that it's made out of money.
I
and
didn't even
stuff.
realize that it was 1 of 1. I thought it was just part of his signature. But like
1 of 1.
like one of my prized possessions is fan art from
Yeah.
some dude that I don't know if I've ever met.
And it is the thing that like the art is dope, but the fact that it stayed on the OpTic podcast setup throughout the whole Scuff House made
Yeah.
it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It like it brought the memory to life.
Yeah. Dude, oh my God. Anyway, we can sit here and
Yeah,
talk
we're
for
just gonna
hours, so
reminisce.
we're just going to end the podcast right here. If you guys collect OpTic stuff,
Damn.
MaNiac's Crutch wants to say something. Go on.
I'm good.
If you are an OpTic person that collects stuff, send me a picture of your collectibles, and if I deem it worthy, I will send you something, some 1 of 1 to eat. Well, it depends on how many of you there are, specifically to that to add to your collection. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed the episode, please remember to not leave without leaving a like. Having said that, and with that said, I'm gonna see you guys on the next podcast. Huge shout out to DraftKings, Wealthfront, and of course, the Flycast information for both of these gentlemen will be in the description down below. Make sure you give them a follow because they're about to start doing the Flycast on a regular basis again.
Weekly.
Weekly.
Yeah, that was so
Tune
weak.
in.
We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.